Hi everyone and welcome to the very first episode of Mom Mics and Movements in 2026 with me Priyanka. And today we have a dynamic personality, Mr. Sharika, who is a media professional and runs a successful media agency, helps brands to reach their niche and tell their stories directly to the customer. So there will be a lot of talks about media, what goes behind the trends and everything more. Let's just jump in. Hi Tusharika.
Hi, thank you so much for having me on your podcast.
We are so glad.
Thank you.
So, Tusharika, tell me, what inspired you to start the journey and how did you get into this media world?
So, actually, I have been in this media industry since my college times. I did my first internship with the newspaper back in 2012. So, my journey has been for almost 14 years now. And I have been into writing since my school times. And when I finished my education and I wanted to take up a job in this industry, coincidentally, my father is also from this industry, and in 2008 he started his own agency. So at that time he offered me that why don't you work with me instead of going out and working with someone else. Why don't you, I also need help, so why don't you work with me? And that's how I started working with him in 2015. So now it's been over 10 years that I am working with him in this agency. It's called Spark. It's one of the largest PR agencies of Rajasthan. That's
So,
how
you're
it
taking the
started.
legacy forward.
Yes, you can say that they're very big shoes to fill, but yes, I'm trying my best to take it forward in the best way
And I think
can.
he's absolutely proud of you.
Yes, he is.
In 2026, brands are not just selling products, they are selling stories. So, according to you, what makes a brand more memorable?
So I think it's not just in 2026 that brands are selling stories. This idea of storytelling in a brand and selling their products through a story has been existing since a long time, but now it's become more popular. I think with the coming of digital media, the idea of storytelling can be done very creatively as compared to the earlier traditional media that was there, like in print media or TV. A major challenge that used to be there was the duration, that on TV you could only show like a 10-second ad, or in print you had very limited space to show an advertisement. But with the coming of social media and digital media, this challenge of duration is no longer there. So brands can now very creatively tell their stories. So I think what makes a brand memorable is the way it engages with the audience. So definitely storytelling is the
It's a
prime
must.
component of any advertising or any branding.
So, the funda is actually to touch the heart of the customer.
Yes, the customer will always remember how you make them feel. So it's very important that you engage with them in a way that it reaches their heart and it touches their emotional quotient.
Tell us, what does a day in a typical media agency looks like? What is the hustle behind the glamour?
So I think that's a very important question, because people, when they see on social media, they see only the glamorous side. They see big events and going to good hotels for these events and everything, but there's a lot of hard work that goes behind this. So a typical day, I think, would it has from strategizing to firefighting to managing your team. And as somebody who runs their own business, you have to do every task, like from, I would say, accounting to like strategizing to delivering results for clients to coordinating with the clients. So I start my day by making a to-do list, because I like to be very organized. So it starts with making tasks for me and also for my team members, and then we take it forward from there. Then during the day there are a lot of client calls, WhatsApp groups that have to be replied to. Then there are a lot of meetings and back-to-back client coordination and media coordination and coordinating with my team. So it's a lot of chaos that happens, but in the end it all becomes worth it when you see good results for the client.
So, it's all calm before the chaos, we can say.
Not calm before the chaos.
It's chaos before the calm.
Yes.
Tell me one thing, how do you balance brand image with authenticity? Whereas in the real world, nowadays, a client can easily sense what is real and what is not real.
Yeah, I think you very correctly pointed out that now the consumers are so aware, so they can easily make out what is real and what is fake. So I think to be authentic, the first thing that's very important is that you are self-aware, So I feel that be it brands or be it creators like you, who are an extension of the brand these days, they need to step back and they need to introspect as to what they stand for, what are their values and what brands resonate with what
them.
they stand for.
Right.
And also what they do not stand for. I think it's very important for everyone to step back and look into that. And we also as people keep evolving. Like what I would stand for today may not be the same 10 years later or 10 years earlier.
Right.
So I think from time to time it's very important to, as a brand or as a creator, to check in with yourself if this is what something that I truly believe in. So I think if you are working with a brand that you feel that resonates with your values, then you will be able to deliver content that's authentic because you believe in that brand.
Right.
So it's important that you are not just guided by trends or you're not just chasing big money, but also more importantly working with brands that are your fit.
Lovely. So now when we are talking about trends, according to you, which trends are going to dominate 2026, specifically for the small business owners and content creators?
So like we discussed, that being authentic is really important, and I feel now brands are also realizing the value of authentic content. So more of user generated content where their actual users, they're using them in the advertising material.
Right.
I think that is something that's become very important rather than using a big celebrity who people may not be able to relate with.
Okay.
And so using the actual customer of the actual consumer of your product, I think that's a very important trend that we are already seeing and will continue to dominate in this year. Then of course, like working with micro influencers, not just like big influencers and celebrities, but also micro influencers, because I feel they have a more targeted audience and a better reach, more focused reach to your target audience. So that again, but having said that, I feel that whatever trend comes, I think being authentic and telling your story in an engaging way is going to dominate for the next many years, not just
So being authentic is the real trend.
Yes.
Okay, so what will be your suggestions for someone who wants to start small in the media or begin with a new venture and is not sure how to start and what to do?
So I think with the way media is evolving, and there are so many new platforms now and new technologies that are coming, there is space for everyone. What's important is that a person needs to realize what their strength is and then work towards that. What I see is that a lot of times what happens is when people start, they want to do everything, they want to give a 360-degree solution to the client, which is a good thought, but it's not practical at the beginning,
Okay.
Like at the very beginning, if people want to offer 20 services, that we'll do digital media also, we'll do influencers also, we'll do TV ads also, we'll do print also. So at the same time, simultaneously, if you want to offer 20 things when you're just starting out new, you are eventually going to get burned out and your client will also not be satisfied. So I think that's not a logical way to start. Instead, if you start with one service or two services, and then each year when you keep strengthening your skills and keep adding more resources to your team, then every year you can maybe begin by offering a new service.
Right.
And also I think the idea that I am someone who can do everything is not right. You need to focus on building your business and you need to hire people who are good at those things. But of course, you should have knowledge about those fields so that you can also get work done effectively.
Absolutely.
And another thing that I see is that like a lot of these days college graduates, people who've just passed out college, they're at 21, 22, and they want to start their own agency, which I think having an entrepreneurial spirit is a good thing. But before they start their own agency, I think it's very important that they have some prior work experience, like either work with another agency or work with a big brand, because that teaches you a lot. And that also then helps you later on when you begin your business. So don't be in a hurry to start your own agency. Like take the time to work at other places and gather that experience, and then you can eventually start your own agency and start by offering limited services. And once you excel in those, then you can eventually keep on adding more. But don't just start with providing like 20 services and then make a mess of it.
So a golden advice or 3 words from your side for the beginners?
I think the golden advice would be that be authentic and keep improving your skills. And lastly, be focused.
Thank you. Let's do a quick rapid fire with you. Coffee or chai while working?
Chai.
Storytelling or aesthetics?
Storytelling for sure.
Quality content or high frequency postings?
Quality content.
Brand mission or brand visuals?
Brand mission.
Office brainstorming or outdoor creative thinking?
Outdoor creative thinking.
Emails or voice notes?
Emails.
Planned campaigns or spontaneous ideas?
Plan campaigns, but with some spontaneous ideas in between.
Thank you so much, Tusharika. For everyone listening, I hope this episode inspires you about branding and storytelling. Do remember, it is not always about being seen, but it is always about being remembered. Thank you so much, Tusharika, for joining us and inspiring us. And if you guys loved this episode, do follow us on YouTube and Instagram.
Thank you so much for having me here, and it was lovely talking to you, and I wish you all the best for your podcast and
Thank
your
you so
channel.
much.